the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, just one win over the last 7 games. They're not happy with how they're playing, looking to make amends tonight. So many teams playing at a faster pace nowadays. Tonight, though, Kenny, we see lots of half-court sets.
Yeah, because it takes craft to run an offense in the half court. You just can't run up and down and jack shots up. This is winning time, half-court basketball. And you find the matchups and you exploit them, Ernie.
And you have to remain patient. You have to remember, Ernie, it's chess, not checkers.
What were you better at, chess or checkers?
Checkers.
Have you played chess?
Never.
King me.
That's checkers.
Oh.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
That's chess.
Yeah. It's just checking. Make sure you knew.
Checking, get it?
No.
Checkmate, checking?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel very stupid. Here's Kevin Harlan.
The starting lineup of the visiting Orlando Magic. At point guard, DJ Augustine. At the other guard position, Evan Fournier. At small forward, Jonathan Isaac. At center, Nikola Vucevic. At the other forward position, Aaron Gordon. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Clifford. Let's meet your Denver Nuggets starting lineup. At small forward, at 6'6", number 5, Will Barton. At point, at 6'3", number 27, Jamal Murray. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 4, Paul Millsap. Starting at the other guard, at 6'3", number 14, Gary Harris. In the middle, 7 feet, number 15, Nikola Jokic. The head coach for your home team is Mike Malone. Once again, your Denver Nuggets.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And a one-game homestand for Denver as the Nuggets will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on the team and you're looking to pile up wins, you like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Orlando, inside we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Isaac in at the small forward spot.
You know, Gary Harris coming into the league, I think a lot of people thought he'd just be a Velcro guy. He's a smaller guard who plays with intelligence and great effort, but he's a lot more than that, folks. This guy has a lot of game.
And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Murray, the pass to Harris, and stolen by Fournier. He kicks it to Augustine. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
Orlando shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That one is off. And Clark, with the full bulk of the NBA season still ahead of us, what can players do to prepare themselves physically and mentally for this long season?
I think you've got to try to find ways and mechanisms to stay fresh. Obviously, you've got to do your work in the gym and in the weight room, but also in your rest and recovery. I think you've just got to be diligent and consistent, and then find pockets where you can get away and refresh your mind and your body.
Right.
Because you can't come out of the gate like it's the postseason. There's a pace and rhythm to the regular season that you have to learn how to manage.
Al Fournier following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Gordon. And good that time.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Pass to Barton. Back to Jokic. Denver passing it around. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
You know, you look at Paul Millsap, very versatile. I mean, he's thought of as a four-man, but he can play the three. He can also be a small ball five, so I would call him like a 3.75, which gives you a lot of flexibility if you're coaching him.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And talking about Millsap, he didn't start out this versatile. He worked on his game. We saw it year after year, and he's made it happen.
Yeah, he was a bit of a lump of clay who had great rebounding skills. Now he's kind of chiseled himself off into a terrific all-around player. Ball handler, shoots the three, excellent footwork, passes better. That's why it took him so long to play in his first All-Star game, but when he got to that first one, he actually got to a couple more too.
Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Denver. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Augustine against Murray. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot goes down. Augustine's got his first basket of the night.
And Augustine really sizes up these floaters perfectly, Kevin. Makes it hard for the defense to get a hand up on time.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 34-point game against Minnesota.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. Really hard to guard that.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
The defense looking helpless here. Fournier is solid as going despite getting hit. Really strong playing through contact.
Now, here's Jokic. He's coming off a 28-point game against Minnesota. Shoots over Vucevic, and again it's Denver.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Augustine against Murray. Here's the floater. Augustine, no luck.
And that layup is usually going in, especially when the defense is as lazy as that.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And the confidence oozing from Murray. Just so efficient from the interior.
Back to Vucevic. Out left to the wing. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Murray. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. The Magic trail by 5. Augustine with it. Outside Gordon. Hits the jumper in space. Gordon's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
To the paint with some arc. Jokic, no good. The Magic have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Isaac kicks to Vucevic. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
And Orlando has possession. They trail by 3. There's the pass to Vucevic. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Tremendous confidence on display from Vucevic. I mean, he's so good at shot preparation, readying himself before the pass arrives.
Harris dishes to Millsap. Harris passes to Murray. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, he was the 6th pick in the draft not too long ago, Jamal Murray, and started slowly, which can happen for a lot of young guys. Shooting percentages were down, turnovers up, but everybody knew he could still shoot.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First one falls for him. And Clark discussing Murray. This is a guy with truly deep range.
Yeah, in the gym range, Kevin, and his shooting motion stays consistent no matter where he shoots the ball from. I think his best trait, shooting the ball, is one that every team craves.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Solid trip from the line right there. Knocked him down, and it was easy.
Murray against Augustine. Passes it to Vucevic. The shot misses. Now Denver takes it the other way. Hernan Gomez finds Jokic. Outside Millsap. Jokic against Vucevic. Murray for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Murray's got 11 points.
Tell you what, if Murray's on your team, you got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Now here's Vucevic. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Shot clock at 3. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. 6-point lead coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT, no matter how hard you played. You want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now here's Vucevic, and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Evan Fournier. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's averaging about 19 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Murray kicks to Harris. Back to Murray. Pass to Millsap. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Magic. Now Augustine. He's coming off a 28-point game against Toronto. Dishes it to Fournier. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Harris. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. He gives them a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. Trey Lyles comes in for Paul Millsap. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Malik Beasley in for Harris. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Jonathan Isaac. Simmons checked in for Fournier. And it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine. And you look at Jamal Murray's assist numbers, he's more like a two-guard.
Well, he's kind of a combo, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, but you can't have enough shooting, and he's got a quick trigger.
And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's his first foul. And here is Lyles. 6 on the shot clock.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
And Simmons kicks to Grant. Simmons passes to Gordon. Shoots over Lyles. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Gordon's got it back down to single digits for Orlando. Murray surveying the D. Beasley against Grant. Pass to Lyles. Over Gordon. Drills the baseline jumper. Lyles got his first 2 points of the night.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Now here's Ross. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Buries it from three-point range.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
Beasley with it. Now guarded by Simmons. Here's Craig. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. The Magic trail by 9. Here's Grant coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Count it.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Murray outside. Here's Lyles. And Bamba pulls it down.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Denver with the ball. The Magic getting the bucket. Now, here's Lyles. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Now here's Murray. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon.
And That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And the Denver Nuggets, you look at their improvement last year, Clark, especially on their home court.
Yeah, you know, they owned the NBA's fourth best home record last season, Kevin. Went 31-10. And,
gentlemen,
you know, some of it obviously is the altitude, but also when you've got younger players, they play better at home because they're not quite emotionally mature enough to be consistent on the road yet.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, early on, Murray has proven to be an impressive scorer. Now he just needs to improve as a passer and defender.
And so Murray nails both of them. Here's Simmons, still looking for his first bucket in this one. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Bamba dishes to Grant. Off target with his three. The Nuggets leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Plumlee. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on. I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
And the free throw, no good. The 6'11 Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. His mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. 11-point game. Craig. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the foul goes against Orlando.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Denver shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And, you know, last season the Magic fell short of their goals, dealt with a lot of injuries, and just had a lot of holes in their roster, too. What was an uphill battle to begin with became really an impossible one.
Now here's Ross. He has 5. Bangs home the trifecta. Ross has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
Tell you what, Greg, it's getting to the point where you assume every shot is going to go down. I mean, nobody's missing out there.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Nuggets lead by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Nikola Jokic, a former second-round pick, turned star in the league, talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love, like that is the thing I play like when I know 4, 6, 7 years old. I don't know, like basketball is always in my life. That like I think it's passion. I think it's passion.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom in how he plays the game.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
On the court for Orlando, Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Jonathan Simmons is out there with Grant, and it's Ross in at the 3. Here's Simmons. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And, you know, Simmons has some bounce now and does a really good job at timing those offensive rebounds.
Murray kicks to Beasley. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Grant. And Grant with a clear path to the hoop. And it goes down 2 points. Grant's got his second basket. Denver leading by 5. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. DA, thank you. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Mind the lanes.
You know what, guys?
Mind
It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also knocking down the mid-range because they're making good decisions with the basketball.
Free throw good, Murray. In NBA history, only a handful of rookies have averaged 20 points and 10 rebounds. And Clark, you were one of them.
Yeah, it's a point of pride for me. Obviously wasn't able to be part of a playoff team in the short time I played, but did distinguish myself individually for the short time I played, and that's fairly select company when you talk 2010 guys as rookies, and it's a pretty impressive list to be on. Actually, one of my peers, Terry Cummins, is also part of that first-year 2010 group.
You talk about names: Wilt Chamberlain, Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem, Tim Duncan, Bird, Shaq. I mean, what great names.
Yeah, some phenomenal names, no doubt about it. Glad to be on that roll call list.
Denver passing it around. Ross against Barton. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Simmons. Ross against Barton. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Ross.
The defense made their presence felt, but Ross is just too explosive down there.
Murray, the pass to Barton. Down low. Here's Plumlee, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Golden State. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, Denver. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for Denver, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
Barton, no luck.
And that's solid defense, rock solid, contesting without fouling. Well done.
Simmons inside. Covered by Beasley. Plumlee with some nice D. Beasley outside. Right through the D for the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 6. The Magic have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Grant outside. Vucevic down low. He's up against Beasley. Vucevic with the bucket.
And Vucevic is a guy who constantly keeps defenders guessing when he has the ball deep in the post. Just an excellent finisher at the rim.
Murray kicks to Barton. Ross with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. The offensive rebound. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
And sort of known for that crazy length, Bamba's also extremely bright. Got offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard. And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
2 shots. Last on the first.
First one falls for him. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright, bright future ahead for him.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Millsap comes in for Lyles. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Murray. And it's Gary Harris in for Malik Beasley. Here's Harris, and it's Denver scoring again.
Can't give Harris any breathing room from the mid-range. He's excellent in that space.
The Magic trail by 5. Augustine with it. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. And Gary Harris is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Bamba kicks to Isaac. Augustine looking around. The teardrop falls in. Augustine's got his second basket of the night.
And I like how crafty Augustine gets in the pick and roll, Kevin. Outstanding at reading what's available and taking advantage of the defense's mistakes.
Augustine with the steal. And now Orlando on the break. Moving it up. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Vucevic.
And how about the concentration level of Vucevic? I mean, we often overlook that, but just keeping his hand steady on the shot attempts, even while getting bumped and roughed up a bit.
To the paint. Augustine, that's good. Augustine's got 4 points this quarter. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Magic?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Barton. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He's capable of hurting you from just about anywhere. Barton has a great offensive repertoire.
Here's Fournier. Orlando gets it back. Isaac passes to Augustine. Kicks it to Bamba. Goes back up. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Bamba's got the lead up to 1 now for the Magic.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Fournier against Harris. Fournier passes to Augustine. He kicks it to Vucevic. Outside Fournier. Misses the 3. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Shots good by Hernan-Gomez.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Augustine against Barton. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And, you know, last year the Nuggets, really incredible offensive production. Top 10 in points and assists, and had the 6th best offensive rating in the league.
And Clark, talking about the Nuggets, this is a roster that's built to put up points.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game, Kevin. I mean, we love talking defense and this other stuff, but the game is about putting the ball in the basket. And when you've got shooters and a bunch of them who share the ball, that's a fun team to watch.
And the first one drops. We try to stop, hold down, combat great offensive play. Clark, in your eyes, what are the keys to great team defense to do that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things, Kevin. One is communication, attention to the detail of what you're trying to minimize or take away. Good offensive teams, you're not going to be able to take away everything, so you try to prioritize what you're going to take away. And then just a collective commitment to communication and to helping each other, because you can't do it at a high level by yourself when you're facing a really good offensive team. Everybody has to be on board and locked into what you're trying to get done defensively.
Jokic, no good.
Tell you, that is not what they want. A contested jump shot, the defense right on him, you need to get a better shot than that.
And the call will be against Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
Bamba with it. Millsap's there.
He's smart on the defensive end now. Millsap, very impressive. That IQ he has on defense, recognizes the move and then closes the airspace.
Harris with it. Defended now by Fournier. Here's Craig. The shot from the low post is good. Craig's got 5 now. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Now, here's Isaac. Not a lot of room. Drilled from 11 feet out. Isaac's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, I tell you what, Kevin, the mid-range game of Isaac continues to get better, showing great strides in being a threat from here.
Puts it up from 12. Again, the Nuggets score.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Fournier. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Outside Fournier. Another shot. It doesn't go for him. And it's Denver the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Orlando trailing here. Here's Isaac. Off target with his 3. Harris looking it over. This one for 3. Harris missing again. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for the Magic. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game, and the next game it'll be played in Los Angeles. That will be their second of 6 road games for the team. That one falls. He's got 10. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Inside. Here's Jokic. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Jokic is such a developed offensive player. He's really good at taking advantage of these mid-range spots.
And the dunk by Bamba.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it. If you're a pro, you got to drain that shot. I mean, doesn't matter who you are. The defense left him wide open. Pros make those.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And Harris wide open. He shoots, and he's good on the 3-ball. Harris has got 7 now in this quarter. Now here's Fournier. He's guarded closely. 1:14 left in the first half of basketball. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Evan Fournier, the young player out of France, gives you a lot to work with on the offensive end.
Yeah, Fournier has become more of an initiator, a guy who sets things up offensively. He can take over the ball handling duties from time to time and takes good care of it. He squeezes that orange pretty well, and he looks really comfortable, more and more comfortable, running the pick and roll.
2 shots. Last on the first.
First one falls for him. And for the Orlando Magic, the 2017-18 season, Clark, not a great one, but they did have some bright spots.
Well, they saw what Aaron Gordon can do. That's a positive. Had a chance to grow some young players like Jonathan Isaac. A tough season for sure, but this is all part of evaluating what you have and where you stand.
And so Fournier nails both of them.
We take a look here at Evan Fournier, mostly out there for offense, guys. Has a good deep game as he has impressive career numbers from the 3-line. For the amount he scores as a wing player, I think he's pretty efficient.
Plumlee finds Harris. 5 to shoot. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Gary Harris says, I got more than just a 3-point shot, folks. Excellent at getting into the lane by penetration.
The pass to Gordon. Over Plumlee. Plumlee with the rebound.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now Augustine, 10 points for him. Passes it to Gordon. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gordon's got 8 points.
Hey, and when guys at this level are that close to the basket, they ain't missing. I mean, especially when there's no defense in the neighborhood.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Nuggets ahead, leading by just 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello! You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here at this beautiful table. This is a beautiful table.
What is this, oak?
It is. I think it's teak.
Oh, teak.
There's Shaq. There's Kenny.
Polished oak.
Teak. It's very nice. It's very nice.
You mean antique?
No, it's just teak.
Teak.
I have an antique.
Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 20 points and 1 steal. Coming off a great performance last game, tonight he looked like he had that same aggressive mindset. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, so far, they've taken care of their business here at home. It's something you might expect, but it's not a given. We'll see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Harris and Barton, the two wings. Millsap and Jokic, the pair inside. And it's Murray in at the one spot. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Barton against Fournier to the middle. Here's Vucevic, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far from Murray.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. Just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
Over to the wing. Harris dishes to Barton. Pass to Jokic. Buries the 20-footer. Jokic has got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Denver. The Magic trail by 4. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Banked in off the glass. Vucevic has got 10.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, just a real lack of aggressiveness there right now. I mean, can't give up these types of layups to begin the quarter, Greg. I mean, that's a no-no.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown." That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game. He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A.
You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
First free throw is good. And with Vucevic, he's an established scorer, but also a very unselfish player.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, too. A big guy with nice mobility, excellent hands, passes well for his position, works inside out. And as he continues to mature, I think you could see Vucevic leaning more and more on his ability to set others up out of the post rather than just looking for his own shot.
And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul. Denver with the ball. And here is Murray. He's got 22. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Grant, he's checked in for the Magic. Harris outside. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Vucevic. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Magic shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. For the lead. And it's laid in by Fournier. Fournier's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Millsap passes to Barton. Low block shot. Connects. The jumper drops.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Grant against Murray. And stolen by Barton. And here comes the break. Pulls it from 20. Denver keeps it going, a new 24-second shot clock.
Yeah, I like the extra effort Harris is putting into crashing the offensive glass. Good timing by Gary that time.
To the wing on the left. And the call up against Jokic. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Denver. And the Magic making a change here as well. Terrence Ross is checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Fade away. Denver grabs the miss.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Murray, good.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Grant outside. Kicks it to Gordon. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Paul Millsap picks one up.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds and always plays with speed and athleticism. And now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
He's off on the second.
You know, last season, Aaron Gordon really flourished in a more wide-open offense, taking advantage of his uber athleticism. But he also put a lot of work into his jumper, and that showed. Helped him make the jump into a top option for an offense.
It's stolen by Vucevic.
Active hands prevented an easy bucket that time.
Grant kicks to Gordon. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Vucevic. And it's off the back rim, no good. And for Gordon, all the focus he gave to improving his shot gave him the confidence he needed.
Yeah, exactly. And confidence so big in this league. I mean, it's the difference between good to great or average to good. I mean, when he believes in his shot, he's lethal offensively. It just opens up the floor for him and his teammates and allows him to create mismatches the way he's shooting it now.
Here's Fournier. Gordon kicks to Grant. The pass to Ross. High post Vucevic. Outside Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Looking to end the run. Good on the 3-point shot. Fournier's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's Fournier's specialty. The long distance bomb that really hand ties defenses.
Millsap passes to Murray. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. And that's now 28 points for Jamal Murray.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Murray against Grant. Outside Fournier. Ross in the corner. Shoots over Barton. No good from Ross. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. And let's see what Denver has coming up. On Saturday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then on Tuesday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And a change for the Magic. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Evan Fournier. Passes it to Hernangomez. He kicks to Beasley. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Beasley's got his second bucket of the night. And so Grant will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 7. Outside Gordon. Simmons on the wing. From past the arc. Yep, it counts. Vucevic has got 14 points for the game.
And, you know, this is why Simmons is here. He has tremendous self-belief, especially in his shooting ability.
Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by the Magic.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Grant against Murray. Grant, right side. And the call up against Jokic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And Trey Lyles subbed in for Barton. Bamba is checked in for Orlando. So it's Orlando now. It's a 5-point game. Here's Murray up on top. He's covered by Grant. Murray against Grant. Murray kicks to Plumlee. For 3, Beasley. Another 3 for Denver.
No explanation for giving up these wide open looks. Total breakdown. Unacceptable defense.
At the elbow, it's Bamba. Grant outside. The shot, no good. Plumlee with some nice D.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Beasley dishes to Murray. Plumlee, the pass to Murray. The shot's good. And it's a 10-point Nugget lead.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And the Denver Nuggets, this is a team, Clark, that's slowly building for the future.
46 wins last season, Kevin. The most they'd had in 5 years, coming up just 6 points short of making the playoffs. This is a team that's hungry, and they're starting to believe in themselves, too.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Craig's checked in. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, there's the Magic, 10 games behind.
And when I look at Orlando, there were fears they'd be one of the NBA's doormats this season. Those fears have turned out to be well-founded.
And, you know, I don't think they need to wait for the offseason to start making some changes. I think they can start the rebuilding process right now.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
The Magic trail by 8. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Feeds it to Ross. Here's Bamba. No good on the triple. On offense, here are the Nuggets. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Craig, defended by Gordon. Craig can't get it to go. For Orlando, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Ross finds Grant, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Beasley left side. To the paint, here's Craig. Up and in on the layup. Craig's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
Here's Gordon. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Boy, I like seeing Gordon work on that jump shot of his. He's going to need to knock it down consistently at his position to be one of the best in the league.
They get a hand on it. Beasley kicks to Craig. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And here's Simmons for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And now it's only a 5-point Nugget lead.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Back to Murray. Stolen by Grant. Here's Ross. Here's Bamba. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Yeah, and this is something Bamba does so well. Unbelievable recognition and timing to come up with offensive rebounds.
Lyles passes to Craig. Now, here's Lyles. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, we like to keep you up to date on the fresh talent in the league, so let's check in on the rookie block leaders. Second, Mohamed Bamba.
And that ability to send shots away at the rim, so highly valued, it takes guts to put yourself in harm's way and contest those finishers.
Well, he does such a good job of positioning himself, so you have a hard time getting shots over him. One of the best of all rookies denying the rim.
Free throws good, Lyles.
Well, you look back to the Orlando Magic season last year, and they had a very hot start, but then faded badly as the calendar flipped and ended second to last in the East.
Denver making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Isaac's checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Jaren Grant, so he gets them both. 58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harris against Simmons. Pass to Augustine. Deflects the pass. Magic moving the ball around. And Simmons kicks to Augustine. Clock at 6. Over Harris. And that misses everything.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Beasley outside. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That is his first foul of the game. Augustine with it. He's got 10. Pass to Gordon. With 1 on the clock, and that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Nuggets leading by 5, and so in the game for the Magic, the lengthy bigs inside Isaac and Bamba. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Simmons in at the 3, the small forward. Augustine against Murray. Here's Augustine, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Denver's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Murray dishes to Plumlee. And Murray, here we go.
Jamal Murray is what we call a professional scorer, a hired gun. This guy can torch you because of that shot.
Augustine against Murray. Now here is Augustine. Defense right on him. Connects on the open J.
And Augustine has that thing on the string now. This dude has rush hour handles gliding through the defense with speed and tightness.
Outside Millsap. And the call will be against Fournier. That is his first foul of the game. Martin's checked in for Mason Plumlee. And a change for the Magic. Vucevic is checked in. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Murray against Augustine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Magic with the ball. Here's Augustine bringing it up now for Orlando. Trailing here by 8. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth.
And you know, last year the Denver Nuggets were dominant from behind the arc. I mean, 6th in the league in three-pointers made, 7th in three-point percentage.
And Clark, for the Nuggets last season, they in general shot pretty well from the field.
Well, you take a look at the rotations they rolled out, Kevin. Always had an outstanding shooter or two on the floor and generally employed good shot selection, so that adds up to nice numbers.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets, Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters and has done a reasonably good job with them.
Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And it's great to see how Malone's been able to develop these young players.
Yeah, it sure is, because I think the players have a lot of respect for him. They play hard for him, certainly. And they see he's willing to make adjustments. I think he does a nice job adapting his style to his personnel.
Murray against Augustine. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
I've been impressed with how well they penetrated tonight, too.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Augustine. 2nd minute off the clock now in the fourth. Murray kicks to Jokic. Now the dish to Barton. Jokic against Vucevic. On the wing, Harris. 6 to shoot. Vucevic against Murray. The wing jumper off target.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot. And, you know, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often, an unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Harris against Fournier. Harris kicks to Millsap. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bamba's got 6 rebounds in the game. Fournier passes to Augustine. That ball is good for another field goal, his 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
Murray against Augustine. And here's Harris from the arc. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Vucevic. Denver's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. Harris kicks to Murray. Back to Harris. Jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 19 points for Gary Harris.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And, you know, this is the time to do it. Sinking triple after triple. And it ends up becoming contagious.
Isaac misses.
Kevin, I like the defense there. I mean, they didn't make that easy, and he definitely seemed intimidated by the defenders.
Murray, good.
Great basketball from him, Kevin. A commanding performance, helping add to the lead this quarter.
Knocked away. Al Fournier. Vucevic up top. Over Jokic. And it's Vucevic missing. Denver leading by 8. Harris kicks to Barton. To the middle. Here's Murray. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Murray's got 16 here in the second half. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And here in Orlando, the Magic are the only pro team in town. You can tell that the fans want a winner badly.
Well, they show up consistently, even through the tough and lean times. And they've come close a few times in the history of this franchise, but have never quite gotten over that hump. They've had some stars and elite teams in the past, but the long-term success just hasn't been sustained.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He was not happy with their defensive performance. He said they're getting everything they want. We've got to show them we can't let that happen. You have to make a stand. You have to get some stops, and that'll get us going on a run. Guys?
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
On the wing, Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 3rd assist on the night.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Vucevic against Jokic. Here's Fournier. The Magic again can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead. And, you know, these second-round picks that sometimes emerge as outstanding players, Will Barton, a case in point. As a matter of fact, he can give you the handbook for being an outstanding second-round pick because he's really pretty good at just about everything you need to do on the basketball court.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Barton, no good on the free throw. And talking about Barton, you look at the body type, the game that he plays, Clark, well built for the modern era of pro basketball.
Yeah, especially since he's added some strength, Kevin. He can guard 1 through 3. You can't push him around as much as you once could. And, of course, this guy does not lack for confidence.
Here's Augustine. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
For Denver,
And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know it, though, one of the most skilled big men the league has to offer.
2 shot.
And the first one at the line is good. And Jokic, Greg, said he was a fat point guard until he got taller.
Well, even now, Kevin, Jokic, not the most chiseled physique, but the point guard background makes sense. His playmaking for a center is off the charts.
He hits both from the stripe.
You know, one of the things I like about Jokic's game is that he's a great passer for a center, and in many ways his game reminds me of Vlade Divac.
Augustine passes to Gordon. Inside, Fournier, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Fournier's got 9 points now in just the second half. Harris finds Millsap. At the elbow, Jokic. Murray outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Magic trail by 15. Fournier with the ball, picked up by Harris. Harris against Fournier, and stolen by Harris. And pushing it up, here's Denver, and Barton throws it down.
Terrific instincts on defense. Harris has a good nose for the ball and when to go after steals.
Augustine against Murray. And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Outside Fournier. Offline with his three. Denver leading by 17. Jokic passes to Murray. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside Gordon. Fournier against Harris. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. May have been the 90s, Clark, when we saw the pick and roll really become a common type play. Defenses have now adjusted somewhat, but many offenses still rely on it now.
Man, you go way back to the 50s and 60s. The pick and roll has been one of the hardest plays to defend since really basketball came into existence, quite honestly. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And now, with the interchangeable parts that many teams have, you have the real challenge of small guys setting screens on big guys and creating havoc. So screen and roll action, always a very important part of the game and a hard set to cover well on defense.
Two shots.
The free throw drops for Augustine. And the Magic making a change here. Wamba's checked in. Both free throws good from Augustine.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Barton kicks to Murray. And Gordon over to help. Knocked away. Back to Barton for the three. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Right side Fournier. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Denver leading by 13. The pass to Millsap. He dishes it to Harris. From the arc. Augustine grabs the board. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for Orlando. Lob pass to Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Nobody does it better than Gordon on the alley-oop. Boom!
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And Murray, here we go. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
The Magic trail by 13. Now a timeout called by Orlando. And Paul Millsap absolutely loves an unselfish style of play.
Well, he firmly believes that everything good starts with 5 guys willing to give up the basketball to get a better shot, going from good shot to better shot, and willing to get the open guy the ball. For Millsap, that's both fun to watch and fun to be part of.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jamal Murray.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. Here's Gordon, and it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instinct. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
And Fournier over to help. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here's Denver. Augustine against Murray. And Gordon over to help. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
It'll be a jump ball.
Orlando with the ball. Millsap dishes to Murray. Barton wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's 10 points for Will Barton.
It's obvious that Barton's jump shot has come a long way. Right now, he's pretty solid at catching and shooting.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Gordon, with no one around, fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Gordon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
Murray against Augustine. And Fournier over to help. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's Denver now. Jokic passes to Murray. Here's Harris. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Harris has got 24.
The inside game of Harris continues to get better. He's effective at finding spots inside to score from.
Bamba kicks to Isaac. Pass to Augustine. Off target with his 3. The Nuggets leading by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nuggets.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And looking at the trajectory of the season, this is the first of 2 meetings on the year. So this will be a solid win to go up 1-0 in the season series here against the Magic.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jamal Murray.
Oh, it was nice seeing him do his thing on offense, wasn't it? Turned it up a notch and flat out pulverized the defense.
Here's Jokic. Again, the Nuggets score.
I tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
Here's Gordon, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
The clock now can just run out for the Nuggets. Barton outside. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.